Just like any drug abuser, steroid users will lie to their friends and family, but worst of all, they even end up lying to themselves. Usually these lies help them avoid facing some painful realities of their situation. Let's take a look at some of the most common ones. A lot of people thinking about using steroids have this ridiculous idea that they can just get jacked from one cycle and then maintain that physique without using any more drugs. What these people fail to understand is that a physique obtained through steroids requires continuous steroid use to maintain. As soon as you come off, the gains will vanish just as quickly as they came, and you'll find yourself looking exactly the same as you did before. And guess what people do when they see their muscles melt away before their eyes? That's right, they just hop right back on another cycle. There's simply no such thing as doing one cycle. What's the point of looking good for 12 weeks only to lose it all and be back to square one 12 weeks after that? It makes no sense. Another one you see very often is people saying that they only use quote-unquote safe compounds. They don't inject anything, they only use orals like Anavar or maybe a couple drops of SARMs under the tongue. I see this as the equivalent of someone saying that they don't inject heroin, they just smoke it off a spoon, or take oxycodone pills. Are some compounds worse than others? Sure. I'm not here trying to say that Anavar is as bad as Tren, but there simply is no such thing as a safe steroid or SARM. It doesn't matter if it's a needle going up your ass, a pill down your throat, or a drop under your tongue. They are all dangerous drugs with dangerous side effects. No matter what anyone tells you, there are no safe compounds. Once people realize that they're going to have to continue using in order to keep their gains, the next lie they like to tell themselves is that they're going to make the health-conscious decision of only using low doses. Well, similar to there not being safe compounds, there also is no such thing as safe doses. It's like trying to say that you're going to use a safe dose of meth. You can't just use a little bit and make it all okay. But it goes beyond that, because sure, let's say you actually use a low dose for a while. Well, at some point, you're going to plateau, and then what? You think you're going to optimize your training, dial in your diet, make sure your sleep schedule is on point just to squeeze out a little more gains? Or are you going to use the most obvious, effective, and easy solution available to you, increasing the dose? You know how junkies will be chasing the dragon, always trying to recreate that first high? I think it applies quite well to steroids. You start using, you're on top of the world, you're making faster and easier gains than ever before, the side effects haven't even kicked in yet. Then the gains stop, so you increase the dose. You start making gains again, but not quite as fast as the first time, and now you're experiencing some side effects as well. And the cycle repeats itself over and over, every time trading more of your health for progressively less gains. Alright, this next one is my favorite. You ever see these monstrous looking guys who obviously take grams of stuff talking about their blood work? Like, yeah bro, I get my blood work done every 6 months and it's all good, my doctor says I'm healthy. As if doing a blood test a couple times per year suddenly negates all the consequences of abusing steroids. Blood tests have limitations, and the reality is that you can do serious damage to your organs, including your heart, before anything shows up on a blood test. Also, a blood test is not going to be able to predict or stop future health issues. It can be useful in certain situations, but it's not the get out of jail free card that some people make it out to be. You are lying to yourself if you somehow think you are getting away with abusing steroids just because you do a couple blood tests. The final one we're going to talk about is probably the ultimate lie that steroid users tell themselves. My friends, this one is the crème de la crème, usually reserved for very long-term steroid abusers that have completely lost touch with the reality of being a natural human being. I'm talking about when steroid users start saying that the steroids don't actually do much for them. The steroids are just the cherry on top. On top of what, you may ask? Well, on top of their intense training, relentless consistency, perfectly strict diet, and of course, elite genetics. Look, I'm not trying to say that steroid users don't work hard. I'm sure they do. But here's a reality check for all you steroid users. You don't look the way you do because of your work ethic. You don't look the way you do because of your diet. You don't look the way you do because of your genetics. You look the way you do because of the drugs you are taking. Steroids are the foundation of your physique, and without them, you would look the same as the rest of us naturals. There's nothing special about you other than the fact that you chose to trade your health for some temporary muscle. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, and I recommend you check out another video I made about the top 5 worst side effects of steroids. I'll link it in the description. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.